In the previous video, we talked about 3 use cases for authentication and authorization. Now, let's dive into each of the 5 services related to the use cases. The first one is AWS Organizations. AWS Organizations is a service to help you create and manage multiple AWS accounts. Another helpful feature of AWS Organization is consolidated billing, which help you to roll up billings from multiple AWS accounts to a central master account. The second service is AWS Identity and Access Management. AWS Identity and Access Management, or IAM in short, enable you to manage access to AWS services and resources securely. Using IAM, you can create and manage AWS users and groups and use permissions to allow and deny their access to AWS resource. AWS IAM allow you to do several things. The first thing is to manage IAM user and their access. The second thing is to manage IAM roles and their permission. And lastly, you can manage federated users and their permissions. In this use case, you can use any identity management solution that supports SAML 2.0 or use one of our federation symbols, for example, AWS Console SSO or API Federation, to assign permissions to a user, group, role, or resource. You create an IAM policy by using either the visual editor or just a JSON editor. The visual editor guides you through granting permission by using IAM policy without requiring you to write a policy in JSON. To learn more about policy language, see the AWS IAM policy reference link in the course notes. And a small tip, you can use IAM policy simulator to test your newly created policy. The link to access the IAM policy simulator can be found in the course notes as well. So now you can apply AWS managed policy, a customer managed policy, or an inline policy for an IAM identity, such as user or group. Example can be found in the AWS documentation and the class resources. To quickly summarize, an AWS managed policy is a standalone policy that is created and administered by AWS. AWS managed policies are designed to provide permission for many common use cases. A customer managed policy is a standalone policy that you create and administer in your AWS account. And finally, an inline policy is a policy that is embedded in a principal entity, such as a user, a group, or the role. The different types of policy are for different use cases. In most cases, we recommend that you use managed policy instead of inline policy. The third service that we talk about is AWS Single Sign-On. AWS Single Sign-On, or SSO, is a cloud service that makes it easy to centrally manage SSO access to multiple AWS accounts and business applications. It helps you manage SSO access and user permission across all your AWS accounts in AWS Organization. AWS SSO includes a user portal where you can let your end user find and access their assigned AWS account, the cloud application, and custom application in one place. Your user simply sign in to use a user portal with credentials they configure in AWS SSO or using the existing corporate credentials to access all their assigned accounts and applications from one place. And the last service I'm talking about in this video is Amazon Cloud Directory. Amazon Cloud Directory enables you to build flexible cloud-native directory for organizing hierarchies of data along multiple dimensions. With Cloud Directory, you can create directory for a variety of use cases, such as organizational chart, course catalogs, and device registry. While traditional directory solutions, such as LDAP-based directory, limit you to a single hierarchy, Cloud Directory offers you the flexibility to create directories within hierarchies that span multiple dimensions. You can find links to various documentation in the course resource. And that's it for this video. I'll see you soon.